Hi, my friends. Welcome to Ru's Kitchen and Garden. Today we are going to talk about it's the continuation of um, the series that I started on nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Today we are going to talk about phosphorus. Why phosphorus is important for optimum plant growth. So typically, when questions come to me like, why has my plant stopped growing? Or why is this plant not growing anymore? When I bought it from the nursery, it was nice and cute, and now it has stopped growing. So you need to check after you've watered it enough and after you've taken care of the sunlight. What you need to check is there any discoloration or dark green color or purple color on your leaves, typically the older leaves. So, okay, let's begin talking about phosphorus. What happens is when there is lack of phosphorus in the soil or in the plant, when the plant doesn't get enough phosphorus, it typically starts storing carbohydrates in its cell. And when it starts storing carbohydrates, the color of the leaf starts changing. If you can see here, the leaf starts getting dark purple or dark brown. You see here. So this is how your leaf will start discoloration. It almost becomes purple. If you see, mostly it can be seen in tomato plants. The leaves start getting darkish purple and um, brown and dark green first. They start getting dark green first, and then they become red, and then they become purple eventually. So this is a clear-cut sign that the plant is lacking phosphorus. Phosphorus is like the immune system of the plant. So what it also does, it helps multiplication of cells. So when there is multiplication of cells, there is growth. And if there is no multiplication of cell because there's a deficiency, then the plant growth remains stunted. Even the leaves, which have more surface area, they start shriveling up and they start becoming, the size becomes smaller, and eventually they start dropping. So that's the sign of lack of phosphorus. Now, to put it clearly, is what you can see is typical discoloration or reddish or purple color of the older leaves, not the younger ones. The younger ones will still remain green, and eventually everything will turn that color, but that's too late already. So the older leaves start turning purple. The plant growth kind of stops. The leaves become smaller, and because the leaves become smaller, then the new shoots don't get produced. So because the growth is stunted, the plant stops producing newer shoots, the plant stops growing. And because the plant gets into stress with all this, it obviously invites diseases, right? It invites pests to itself. So why do you think that the soil lacks phosphorus, or what happens? Why does We may say that we are using a lot of good soil, we're using fertilizers if you're using good enough, but sometimes it so happens that the soil has low levels of phosphorus. There could be many reasons. Naturally, because like I said, we are home gardeners, we haven't tested our soil, so maybe naturally it lacked phosphorus from the beginning. Then sometimes overwatering also depletes the level of phosphorus in the soil. Then if the plant does not get good amount of sunlight, so the soil doesn't get heated, the soil doesn't get warm, the soil's temperature is low, even then phosphorus is depleted. Then like I said, if the soil is too low, if the soil has a lot of potassium, even then phosphorus gets depleted in the soil. So how can we provide phosphorus? Like I said in the last session also, NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So in this case, when you have seen these signs, then you know that clearly potassium is lacking. You need to provide the plant with these NPK granules which has a higher level of phosphorus. Now again, if you want to go the organic way and if you do not want to give store-bought NPK, then what we can do is around the house we have a few things that we can use. One is bat feces, bat guano it's called. I know we want to steer clear from bats now given the circumstances, but yes, that is one good source of phosphorus. Second is bone meal. You can buy bone meal from your plant nursery and you can give bone meal. Bone meal is an excellent source of phosphorus. Third is, if you are a seafood lover like me, if you have shellfish like crabs and prawn, lobsters, typically what you can do is you can dig up your soil and dig deep. Otherwise you'll have rats and your pets digging up your garden soil. So dig a deep hole and add these crab and prawn shells or lobster shells and cover it up nicely, and it will keep providing phosphorus to your soil. Human hair, pet hair, again it has nitrogen, it also has good amount of phosphorus, so hair can be used. Rock phosphate can be used from the plant nursery. You can easily find rock phosphate in the plant nursery. I think it's a red color powder. Then mushroom compost. So if you're making mushroom composts, that also has a good amount of phosphorus. What else can I think of? Yeah, rock phosphate, human hair, crab meat, shellfish, bone meal, bat feces, cucumber peels. So you can directly add a lot of cucumber peels to your composting pile, or like me, if you don't have a composting pile, dry your cucumber peels, air dry, sun dry, and dig a trench and then add your cucumber peels into the hole, into the trench, and cover it up. Also matchsticks. Now matchstick serves two purposes. The striker matchstick, so the head of the matchstick has got red phosphorus, which is an excellent obviously source of phosphorus, so you can put that in your soil. It also deters pests, and it is also a good source of phosphorus, and it's not unhealthy or it's not bad for your health because it's got very less amount, but it's good enough for the plants. So as you dig in these matchsticks and as you water, eventually it will start releasing phosphorus into the soil, and it will also keep away pests. Now for smaller plants you can put the matchsticks around it. For larger pots also you can put the matchsticks around it, and also put some matchsticks while you're potting this plant into another big container. So put some matchsticks inside. Now you can use used matchsticks or you can use unused matchsticks also, but used matchsticks will provide phosphorus but will not act as pest repellent, whereas unused matchstick is a good source of phosphorus and is also a pest deterrent. So that's it friends. I hope you've liked my video on phosphorus, and also please do not forget to let me know what should we start cooking. I'm waiting here to start cooking and show some recipes. So that's all for today. I hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe and comment. You don't know how much that builds someone's confidence and the keenness to do more. So thank you so much for today, and see you again. Bye.